can you just tell me your name?
Sure, my name's Heidi Duncanson.
And how often do you come here?
I come here at least a few times in the spring and then in the summer, and last year I actually came here at the end of the season to buy perennials on sale. So they're all coming back, so that's why I come back here, because they have really good products. Yeah.
Did you guys have fun at the garden center today?
Yes.
Yeah? What'd you get?
Yeah, put like your own flowers.
What, are you going to plant it when you get home?
Yes.
Yeah?
Probably. I'm going to give this one to my mom.
You're going to give it to your mom? Is she going to help you plant it too?
I'm not sure if we're going to keep it in a pot.
Have you guys planted before?
Oh yes, I've been planting since I was like 4 or 3, but
Really?
first I just watered and watched my mom plant, and then when I was 6, I started putting them in straight, and then I started putting them in straight, like planting.
Do you like coming to the garden center?
Mm-hmm. I love to pick out some flowers.
Peter Vorkink and Gay Vorkink, but Peter Vorkink in Exeter.
And so you've come to Wentworth for years?
We have come here for years, and what started us coming here is that this is one of the few greenhouses that has the Sweet 100 tomatoes in very large sizes. And one of the reasons why this garden is the garden supply is particularly helpful is this is the only place that sells big ones. And we have a garden on the coast of Maine, and you need a plant that has a very, very short growing season. Yep. And so if you buy one of these large tomatoes and grow it on our driveway for a month, from Mother's Day to Father's Day, and stick it in the ground, we have tomatoes coming out on the coast of Maine from the middle of June to Labor Day. And at Labor Day we leave, and so our whole garden has to be harvestable before Labor Day. And thus we buy all the plants here because we start them big and they end up being full size by the time we even stick them in the ground. And people say to us, you must have stuck this garden in early March. And we say, no, we stuck it in last week, but we grew the entire garden on our driveway, then hauled it in the truck up to Maine and stuck it in the ground, and it works. That's why we come here.
You're a true gardener.
And Brian has been exceptionally helpful. Okay.
So, and Brian, talk about Brian and his staff.
There are several people in here whom I recognize over the years who have been very helpful, but it helps always to have a single contact person. Yeah. And for example, I just came up today and asked Brian to save all the Sweet 100s, and I'll come back in 2 weeks and pick them up, because he can grow them better than I can grow them right now, bringing them in every night and then taking them out again during the day. And so when you have a relationship with an individual, he probably winces when he sees me coming. But nevertheless, it's one person all this time, okay? And I call Brian up and ask when he puts the tomatoes out, and I race up and I get them. And now our relationship is so tight, he now saves the tomatoes because he knows I'm coming.
So does this help your relationship with your wife?
No, should we get into this?
No, this is not.
I normally have to come up here by myself without her, okay?
Yeah, I don't know why he brought me today.
All right. Because of you, because it was the demonstration.
That's right, it's because of you, Cameron.
The point was, today was a demonstration day, so she came along for the demonstration.
And did that help or hurt your buying?
It distracted her from what I was buying, okay?
So are you saying that helped because she wasn't around?
Yeah, that helped, okay? That helped considerably.
So Wentworth is actually not only helping you with your gardening, but your relationship too.
Yeah, definitely.